Freilich and Chanukah, happy Chanukah to all of our listeners. In today's halacha, we're going to go through the detailed laws relating to the davening during Chanukah. So throughout all the days of Chanukah, we omit tachanun throughout the prayers, just like on any other time of holiday. And we only resume tachanun once again in Kriyash Mashalamita on Motzei, the 8th day of Chanukah. The changes in prayer during Chanukah are, of course, with regards to Al Hanisim, which is added within Birchas Hamazon and within Shemene Esrei of Shachris Mincha Ma'ariv of each day of the 8 days of Chanukah. The Nusach of Al Hanisim, of course, expresses our thanks and gratitude to Hashem for the miracle that occurred in which He handed over Merubim, B'yad Ma'atim. He handed over the many in the hands of the few, which represented the great miracle of the Chanukah revolution, in which we were able to keep the light of our Torah aflame. In Shemene Esrei, we recite Al Hanisim within the bracha of Moedim. This is different than Yalav V'Yav, which is recited within the bracha of Avodah. And the reason is brought down in the Taz, in Shulchanaruchharav, is because the entire purpose of Al Hanisim is a matter of thanks. And therefore in Shemene Esrei we say within the blessing of thanks, within the blessing of Moedim. In the event that one forgot to say Al Hanisim within Shemene Esrei, he has nevertheless fulfilled his obligation. And the reason given for this in Poskim is because it is not similar to Yalav V'Yavai, as number one, Chanukah is not Minat Torah, and number two, Chanukah does not contain a Musaf sacrifice. And because of these two aspects, therefore, the saying of Al Hanisim is not obligatory to the point that it invalidates the prayer. It's even brought down in Poskim that one may not even choose to repeat the prayer as a teres nadava, as a non-obligatory prayer, a voluntary prayer, as usually can be done, as it is unclear if one today is able to have enough kavanah to be able to pray a voluntary prayer. So therefore, even if a person desires to daven a tefillas nadava, he should not do so in order to make up his missed Al Hanisim. Nevertheless, of course, this applies if one already concluded the blessing of Haidah. However, if one did not yet conclude the blessing of Haidah, which means he did not yet say Baruch Atah Hashem of that bracha, then certainly he returns to recite the Nusach of Al Hanisim. If one already said past that bracha, then there are opinions that bring down that he should add the Nusach of Al Hanisim within Elikai Netzor. And it's supposed to be said after he already has completed the reading of Elikai Netzor, prior to the last Yiyul, which is said prior to taking 3 steps back. This is brought down in a number of Poskim, Achreinim, the Yerabel, the Maimon Mordechai, the Mishnah Brura, the Kaf HaChaim, that one can make up and say the full Nusach within that area. This is not recorded in the Alter B'Shulchanaruchharav in the laws of prayer. Regarding Al Hanisim in benching, so Al Hanisim is recited in benching within the second bracha, and in the event that one forgot to recite it and he has already finished that bracha, he has already recited Al Ha'aretz V'Al Hamazon, then he has nevertheless fulfilled his obligation and is not required to repeat Birchas Hamazon or go back. This is despite the fact that there are opinions in Achreinim, which is the Bach that rules that even on Chanukah, one who did not say Al Hanisim must repeat Birchas Hamazon. Practically in Halacha, we do not rule like this opinion, and one just simply continues benching. Nevertheless, as is recorded in a number of Poskim brought in the Ramah and the Alter Rebbe in Shulchanarukh, chapter 187, Halacha 8, and in the Siddur, that in benching, if one forgot to say Al Hanisim has already finished that bracha, then he should say Al Hanisim within the harachamans that are generally recited at the end of Birchas Hamazon. The precise location of this is right before the harachaman of Hu Yizakenu. We usually recite the harachaman for Shabbos and for Rosh Chodesh. So in that area, one should add harachaman Hu Yasalanu Nisim Kameisha Asul Aviseinu, And then he continues with the saying, the exact nusach that's written in Birchas Hamazon. The reason why Al Hanisim is not considered obligatory to invalidate the Birchas Hamazon is because only those holidays in which there's an obligation to wash on bread is the additional part added for that holiday considered of invalidating status if it is skipped. However, on Chanukah, being that there's no obligation to eat a meal with bread, therefore also the saying of Al Hanisim does not invalidate the benching.